The U.S. State Quarter Series may have started as a way to honor the nation's states, but some of these coins have turned into priceless collectibles, fetching extraordinary amounts at auctions. Welcome to our channel. Make sure to watch till the end as we unveil the most rare and expensive state quarters that could be hiding in your collection. Don't miss out on these incredible treasures. In the world of numismatics, there are coins that capture our attention for their beauty, their rarity, or the history they represent. And then, there are those coins that not only embody all of these qualities but also hold a surprising, and often thrilling, financial value. Today, we're going to take an in-depth journey into one such coin, the 2001 USA State Quarter Vermont coin. This coin, part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, is one that continues to excite collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike. But what makes it so special? Let's step back in time and begin our story where it all started. Vermont, one of the original 13 colonies, is known for its scenic landscapes, its maple syrup, and its rich historical significance. The state played a critical role in the American Revolution and the early formation of the United States. Its rugged terrain and rural beauty have made it a cherished part of New England, and this was something the U.S. Mint wanted to capture in their State Quarter Series. The 50 State Quarters program, launched in 1999, was designed to commemorate the uniqueness of each of the 50 states, one quarter at a time. Each year, 5 states were represented, and each design was carefully chosen to symbolize that state's identity. Vermont's quarter, released in 2001, was part of this ambitious initiative. The design of the Vermont State Quarter is as iconic as it is beautiful. The central feature of the coin is a depiction of a rural scene that is quintessentially Vermont, a cow standing in front of the Green Mountains. This mountainous backdrop is a nod to Vermont's stunning natural beauty, and the cow is a reference to the state's agricultural heritage. But the design goes even deeper. At the top of the coin, you'll find the inscription, Vermont, while the words, freedom and unity, appear on the bottom. These words aren't just a slogan, they represent Vermont's state motto, which is rooted in the state's history and its values of independence and collective strength. The artist behind this beautiful design was the talented John Flanagan, whose work has had a lasting impact on American coinage. His design for the Vermont State Quarter was the result of a collaboration between the U.S. Mint and the state's own residents, ensuring that it was a true reflection of Vermont's identity. But while the design of the Vermont Quarter is a significant part of its allure, it's the production details that add another layer of interest for collectors. Like most of the state quarters released during this period, the Vermont Quarter was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition. It has a diameter of 24.26 mm and a weight of 5.67 grams, which is standard for a U.S. quarter. However, it was produced in large numbers, which, for the time, meant it wasn't expected to become a rare coin. But here's where things get interesting. As the years have gone by, certain editions of the Vermont State Quarter have become more sought after than others. Not all Vermont quarters are created equal, and this is where the world of coin collecting becomes a bit more nuanced. Some quarters, particularly those with rare minting errors or unusual characteristics, have gained significant value over time. Collectors know that minting flaws, such as double die errors or misprints, can make a coin exponentially more valuable than a perfectly minted version. In fact, the value of a Vermont State Quarter can fluctuate dramatically based on these unique traits. While most circulated Vermont quarters can still be found for their face value of 25 cents, rarer versions have been known to fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions. The 2001 Vermont Quarter, in particular, gained attention due to the number of them that were released. As with all the state quarters in the program, these coins were produced in massive quantities. In fact, in 2001 alone, over 1.5 billion Vermont quarters were minted. So, if you're hoping to find a run-of-the-mill Vermont quarter that could make you a fortune, you might be disappointed. But don't lose hope just yet. While most of these coins are worth just a few dollars above their face value, the key to unlocking the true value of a Vermont quarter lies in finding one that stands out. Some of the Vermont quarters were struck with rare minting errors. These can include anything from improper strikes to variations in the design or even missing elements. For example, a coin might feature a double strike error where part of the design appears twice on the face of the coin. These kinds of mistakes are what coin collectors are always on the lookout for, and they can cause the value of a coin to skyrocket. One such example is the 2001 Vermont Quarter with a double die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin doesn't align correctly, causing certain elements of the design to be struck twice. These types of errors are rare and can significantly increase the coin's value, sometimes by hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on how dramatic the error is. But there's another reason the 2001 Vermont quarter stands out to collectors: the coin's connection to the broader history of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program. This program was one of the most successful and widely recognized coinage initiatives in American history. The idea behind the program was to encourage the public to collect coins as a way of learning about the nation's history. The program's success was nothing short of remarkable, with millions of people across the country participating in the collection frenzy. As the Vermont state quarter became part of this larger movement, it gained cultural significance. The coins were often used in educational settings, highlighting Vermont's role in American history and its cultural identity. Schools and numismatic organizations embraced the program, and Vermont's coin became a symbol not just of the state's heritage, but of the nation's pride in its states and their unique contributions. The 2001 Vermont state quarter became a lasting reminder of what happens when a nation celebrates its individual states, each with its own distinct identity, in a way that is tangible and collectible. Over time, this program sparked an interest in coin collecting that still resonates today. Now, here's where the excitement really builds. A 2001 Vermont state quarter in near-perfect condition, especially if it features a rare minting error or unique characteristic, has been known to sell for as much as $58,000 at auction. Imagine finding a coin that you picked up from your pocket change or found among the quarters in your spare change jar, only to discover it could be worth a small fortune. It's stories like these that keep coin collectors on the lookout for the next big find, and the 2001 Vermont quarter is a perfect example of how one coin can become a prized treasure. So, if you're lucky enough to find a 2001 Vermont state quarter in your collection, take a moment to inspect it carefully. Look for any signs of a double die error, unusual markings, or anything that sets it apart from the standard coin. You just might have a gem on your hands. Now, keep your eyes peeled for those rare minting errors, and who knows, you could be the next lucky collector to strike it big with a 2001 Vermont state quarter worth $58,000. Up next, top 2, we have the 2004 Florida state quarter. Released as part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, this coin holds a special place in both numismatic history and the hearts of collectors. With its rich design and connection to Florida's unique identity, it's a standout piece among the collection of state quarters. But what makes the 2004 Florida state quarter so valuable, and why has it caught the attention of so many? Let's take a closer look at this fascinating coin, its history, design, and the surprising value it has today. The 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, was designed to celebrate the individuality of each U.S. state through their quarter designs. Each year, 5 states had their own unique quarter released, with Florida's coin being one of the 5 released in 2004. And what better state to represent in the program than Florida? Known for its sunny climate, oranges, beautiful beaches, and rich history, Florida is a state of both natural beauty and economic importance. The design of the 2004 Florida state quarter perfectly encapsulates the essence of the Sunshine State. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find an orange tree with a blossoming flower. Florida is one of the leading producers of oranges, and the orange blossom is the state's official flower, making it an ideal symbol for the coin. Beneath the tree, you'll see the phrase, Sunshine State, a title Florida proudly wears due to its sunny weather and tourism industry. The coin's design was created by artist John Flanagan, who successfully captured Florida's essence in a single image. The orange tree represents Florida's agricultural history, while the sun and the phrase, Sunshine State, highlight the warmth and energy that defines the state. It's an image of vitality, growth, and the American spirit, truly representative of what Florida stands for. The coin's production is quite standard in terms of U.S. quarters. It was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition and has the typical dimensions of a U.S. quarter, 24.26 mm in diameter and 5.67 grams in weight. While millions of Florida state quarters were minted, not all coins are created equal. In fact, some versions of the coin have become highly sought after due to rare minting errors and their pristine condition. Minting errors are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. These mistakes can occur for a variety of reasons, such as issues with the press or the coin dies. When an error happens, the result is often a coin that stands out from the rest, sometimes in ways that are subtle, other times in ways that are impossible to miss. Coins with double strikes, misaligned dies, or other unique flaws can be worth much more than standard examples. With the 2004 Florida State Quarter, certain minting errors make the coin especially valuable. For instance, a coin with a double strike error, where the image on the coin is repeated in slightly different positions, is a rare and desirable find among collectors. Coins like this can fetch thousands of dollars at auction due to their rarity. Even small variations in the way the coin was minted can make it significantly more valuable, so collectors are constantly on the lookout for these anomalies. Another factor that greatly affects a coin's value is its condition. Coins that have been circulated and show signs of wear typically don't fetch much more than face value, while coins in mint or near mint condition can command a much higher price. Uncirculated coins, or those graded as proof or MS 65, mint state 65, are often the ones that collectors desire the most. These coins are typically found in specially sealed packaging or stored in conditions that prevent wear and tear, making them a rare find and a much sought-after item. As we dive deeper into the world of coin collecting, it's important to note that while most 2004 Florida State Quarters may only be worth a few dollars above face value, there are some exceptional examples that have been sold for jaw-dropping amounts. A coin in perfect condition, free from any marks, scratches, or signs of use, could bring in hundreds of dollars. But it's the rare and valuable specimens, those with minting errors or unique features, that really stand out. Some of these rare Florida State Quarters have been known to sell for as much as $55,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $55,000 for a 2004 Florida State Quarter. The key to unlocking this impressive value lies in finding a coin that has a minting error, or one that's been perfectly preserved. These kinds of finds are incredibly rare, but they happen, and when they do, they make headlines in the numismatic community. Collectors and investors alike are always on the lookout for these hidden gems, knowing that a single coin can change their entire collection. This brings us to a very important point: coin collecting is not just about luck, it's about being knowledgeable, patient, and paying attention to detail. With the 2004 Florida State Quarter, as with many other coins, the value lies in understanding what makes a coin special. Whether it's a rare minting error, an especially high-quality specimen, or simply the right coin at the right time, this is a coin that has captured the imaginations of many. So, what does this mean for you, the viewer, and the potential for discovering this treasure? If you happen to have a 2004 Florida State Quarter in your collection, or perhaps find one in your pocket change, it's worth taking a moment to inspect it closely. Look for any minting flaws, unusual features, or signs of wear. The condition and unique characteristics of the coin could greatly increase its value. And while the chance of finding a quarter worth $55,000 might seem slim, it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Coin collectors across the country are constantly on the lookout for coins that could be the next big find, and who knows, you might just be holding on to a small fortune without even realizing it. So, next time you come across a 2004 Florida State Quarter, remember to take a closer look. You never know, it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Up next, let's dive into one of the most fascinating and visually captivating coins from the 50 State Quarters program, the 2008 New Mexico State Quarter. The journey through the history, design, and collector appeal of this coin is both enriching and exciting. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll not only be appreciating this quarter for its artistry and connection to New Mexico's heritage but also be astounded by its impressive market value. So, let's begin. In 2008, as the U.S. Mint was preparing to wrap up its 50 State Quarters program, the New Mexico Quarter was released as part of the final batch of state quarters. This program, which began in 1999, was designed to celebrate the uniqueness of each state by issuing 5 state-specific quarters every year, culminating in 2008. By the time New Mexico's quarter was released, collectors and the general public alike had already become accustomed to the excitement of collecting each state's coin. These coins didn't just serve as currency, they became symbolic tokens that connected people to the history, culture, and identity of each state. New Mexico's quarter came at the end of the program, in a year that saw the final coins representing states like Hawaii, Oklahoma, and Alaska. The New Mexico quarter would mark the conclusion of a decade-long celebration of the United States' diverse states and their histories. The decision to include New Mexico in the program was not only fitting but essential, as New Mexico holds a rich blend of Native American, Spanish, and American history. The state is known for its spectacular desert landscapes, ancient pueblos, vibrant culture, and stunning art. So, what better way to represent such a culturally rich state than through a design that encapsulates its spirit and history? The design of the 2008 New Mexico State Quarter is a masterpiece that evokes the state's beautiful landscapes and deep-rooted cultural significance. The coin's reverse side features an iconic image of a Zia sun symbol, a sacred emblem of the Zia people, a Native American tribe based in New Mexico. The Zia sun, a symbol of the sun's power and the interconnectedness of life, represents the sacred number 4, which is central to Zia culture. For directions, for seasons, for elements, everything is connected in their worldview. The Zia sun is radiant and powerful, reflecting New Mexico's natural beauty, the vibrancy of its people, and the warmth of its climate. Behind the Zia sun, the towering peaks of the Sandia Mountains serve as a backdrop, completing the design and reinforcing New Mexico's stunning geography. The mountains are a prominent feature in the state, named for the Spanish word sandia, meaning watermelon, because of the pinkish-red hue the mountains take on during sunset. This feature not only enhances the visual appeal of the coin but also roots it firmly in the landscape that defines New Mexico's natural allure. In addition to the Zia sun and the mountains, the coin also features the inscription, New Mexico, and the state's motto, Crescit Yundo, which translates to, "It grows as it goes." This phrase is a reflection of New Mexico's development and progress throughout history, from its Native American origins through Spanish colonization to its eventual statehood and modern-day advancements. The artist behind the 2008 New Mexico State Quarter design was Joseph Mena, a skilled engraver with the U.S. Mint. Mena's design not only captured the cultural richness of New Mexico but also delivered a powerful visual statement that connected the past with the present. The Zia sun, a symbol long used by the state and its people, became the focal point of the quarter. It was chosen for its deep historical roots, its connection to the Native American tribes in New Mexico, and its unique design, which stands out among the other state quarter designs in the series. But, as we know in the world of coin collecting, it's not just the beauty of the design that makes a coin valuable, it's the rarity, the condition, and the potential for unique minting errors. Let's turn our focus now to the minting details of the 2008 New Mexico State Quarter and explore what factors can increase its value. The New Mexico Quarter, like the other state quarters in the program, was struck in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, in large quantities. Over 1 billion of these coins were produced, ensuring that they circulated widely across the United States. The standard composition of the coin is the familiar copper-nickel clad, with a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and a weight of 5.67 grams. This is the same specification used for all U.S. quarters. Given the large number of coins produced and their widespread circulation, most 2008 New Mexico quarters can still be found in your pocket change or in circulation today, often valued only at their face value of 25 cents. However, as with all collectible coins, the true value of the 2008 New Mexico State Quarter is often found in the rarer, more pristine examples. For collectors, the key to identifying a valuable coin lies in its condition and the presence of any potential minting errors. A coin that has been well preserved, uncirculated, and free from scratches or damage will fetch a higher price on the collector's market. The coins in excellent condition that have been sealed in mint sets or collected right after they were released are often the ones that command higher prices, but there's more. Minting errors, such as double strikes, misaligned dies, or even coins struck on wrong planchets, can make the New Mexico Quarter exceptionally valuable. Minting errors are a collector's dream, as they represent rare occurrences in the production process that result in one-of-a-kind coins. If you happen to find a 2008 New Mexico Quarter with a noticeable minting error, it could potentially increase the value of your coin dramatically. One such example is the 2008 New Mexico Quarter with a rare double strike error. These types of errors occur when a coin is struck multiple times by the dies, resulting in an overlapping design. This is a particularly rare error and can significantly increase the coin's worth. Other minting errors, like off-center strikes or missing elements in the design, can also lead to a coin being worth much more than its face value. Now, let's talk about the market appeal. Over time, coins that are connected to unique historical moments, specific geographic regions, or that come from popular series tend to increase in value. The 50 State Quarters program is one of the most successful and widely collected coin series in U.S. history, with millions of people participating in the collection frenzy. As the final years of the program drew near, collectors were scrambling to secure all the state quarters. And with each state, coins like the New Mexico Quarter gained not just attention but historical significance. Although millions of 2008 New Mexico state quarters were minted, it's the rare and perfectly preserved coins, or those with significant minting errors, that truly hold the most appeal for collectors. Some of these rare versions have been sold at auction for tens of thousands of dollars, as collectors recognize the value in owning a piece of numismatic history that is both visually stunning and exceptionally rare. Now, for the big reveal, while most 2008 New Mexico state quarters are valued at their face value of 25 cents, rare minting errors or uncirculated examples of this coin can sell for as much as $47,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $47,000. This is the value that some of the most pristine and error-filled New Mexico quarters have fetched in the numismatic market. Imagine stumbling upon a 2008 New Mexico state quarter with a minting error, carefully preserved over the years. For the lucky few who have found such coins, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, one that could turn a humble quarter into a life-changing sum of money. Up next, we have the 2020 U.S. National Park Quarter, a coin that has quickly become a standout in the America the Beautiful Quarters program. Released as part of the final year of this program, it celebrates the National Park of American Samoa, a stunningly beautiful and culturally rich part of the U.S. territory. Stick with me as we explore the historical context, the intricate design, and the incredible collector interest that has made this coin one of the most exciting finds for numismatists today. And, of course, we'll end with the big reveal of its current market value. Trust me, you'll be surprised by what some of these coins are worth. Before we dive into the details of the 2020 National Park Quarter, let's take a quick look at the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which ran from 2010 to 2021. The goal of the program was to honor the national parks and national sites across the United States, highlighting the beauty and significance of these locations. Each year, the U.S. Mint issued 5 new quarters, each one featuring a different national park or site. This series generated immense interest from coin collectors and the general public alike, offering an exciting way to celebrate America's natural and historical treasures through beautiful coin designs. Now, let's talk about the 2020 National Park Quarter, which features the National Park of American Samoa. This park is a unique gem in the U.S. system of national parks. Located in the South Pacific, American Samoa is one of the United States territories and is known for its vibrant ecosystems, unique wildlife, and stunning landscapes. The National Park of American Samoa, established in 1988, is the only U.S. national park that's located in the Southern Hemisphere. It protects some of the most pristine and biodiverse tropical forests in the world, home to endangered species and a diverse array of marine life. The coin's reverse design, which was created by artist Michael Gaudioso, is truly breathtaking. It features an image of a Samoan fruit bat in flight. This bat, also known as a flying fox, is one of the iconic and endangered species of the region, playing an essential role in the park's ecosystem by pollinating flowers and dispersing seeds. The bat is shown with its wings spread wide, soaring above the lush landscape of the national park. Behind the bat, you can see the tropical forests of the park, with dense trees and rolling hills that speak to the incredible biodiversity of the area. The design also includes the inscriptions, American Samoa, National Park, and 2019, marking the year the design was approved. The Zia sun and the flowing landscape add a special touch, with the coin capturing the spirit of the Samoan environment, making it one of the most visually striking coins in the entire America the Beautiful Quarters program. The Samoan fruit bat, with its delicate features, represents the delicate balance of nature in this park, making it a perfect focal point for the coin. The lush backdrop of trees and the bat in flight perfectly encapsulate the natural beauty of the park and the importance of its conservation efforts. What makes this coin especially fascinating is not just the subject matter, but the meticulous design. The artist, Michael Gaudioso, paid special attention to detail, ensuring that the bat's wings were captured with remarkable precision, giving it a lifelike quality that stands out on the quarter. The way the design blends the animal with the natural surroundings adds depth and beauty to the coin. This is not just a piece of currency, but a small work of art that connects us to the distant and beautiful world of American Samoa. In terms of minting, the 2020 National Park Quarter, like the other coins in the America the Beautiful series, was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The quarter is composed of the standard copper-nickel clad, with a diameter of 24.26 mm and a weight of 5.67 grams. While this may sound like typical specifications for a quarter, the real value comes from the rarity and condition of the coin, which is what makes it so sought after by collectors. Speaking of rarity, let's take a moment to talk about the factors that influence the value of the 2020 National Park Quarter. While millions of these coins were minted and are still circulating today, the key to their value lies in their condition and any potential minting errors. Coins that are in perfect, uncirculated condition or those that have been sealed in mint sets are much more valuable than coins that have been used in everyday transactions. In addition to condition, minting errors can significantly impact the coin's worth. Errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or coins struck on incorrect planchets are all highly prized by collectors. These errors make the coin unique and much rarer, which can substantially increase its value. If you happen to come across a 2020 National Park Quarter with a minting error, it could very well fetch a higher price than a regular, uncirculated coin. Some of these errors can sell for several $100s, depending on their rarity and the degree of the mistake. Now, let's focus on the appeal this coin holds for collectors. The 2020 National Park Quarter is the last in the series of the America the Beautiful quarters, and it's associated with a region of the U.S. that many people may not be familiar with, American Samoa. This coin's design highlights a part of the country that is distant, unique, and often overlooked, making it particularly intriguing for collectors who seek to own a piece of U.S. numismatic history that's both rare and educational. Its natural beauty and cultural significance make it a great addition to any collection, especially for those who are completing their sets of the America the Beautiful quarters. As time goes on, the value of these quarters has continued to rise. The last few coins in the America the Beautiful series, including the 2020 National Park Quarter, have become particularly sought after. They're not only the final coins in a beloved program, but they also represent some of the most exotic and less-known national parks in the U.S. Collectors are especially interested in securing these pieces to complete their sets, which is why the demand for them is higher than ever. The beauty of the design, the rarity of minting errors, and the limited availability of pristine, uncirculated coins all contribute to the growing appeal. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the big reveal of the 2020 National Park Quarter's current value. While most of these coins are worth their face value of 25 cents, the rare and pristine examples of this coin, especially those with minting errors or that have been professionally graded, can fetch a much higher price. Some of the highest priced coins have sold for as much as $16,000 at auction. So, how do you know if you've got one of these high-value coins? If you have a 2020 National Park Quarter that is in perfect condition, free from scratches or damage, or if you find one with a minting error, it could be worth significantly more than just 25 cents. Coins that are graded as MS 67 or higher, mint state 67, can sell for thousands of dollars. And as time goes on, the demand for these rare, high-quality examples is only expected to increase.